He is the director of the Rockford office of the Better Business Bureau. That's Dennis Horton. Dennis, good morning.
Good morning, Riley. How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing?
This kind of day makes it good to be in the office early.
And potentially get out of the office early. Just a thought.
My plan.
Just a thought. Better Business Bureau there to serve you. Phone number is 815-963-2222. And literally, you have people who are standing by, ready to give aid to people who need some help, right?
Yes, we do. And right now, we're getting a lot of phone calls from people who are concerned about getting their roofs redone before winter sets in. And because of the rains we've had, they found leaks and things like that. So that's the number one issue that people have been calling the office for in the past week or so.
Okay. Yeah, who's reputable? Who do I talk to? I've got some problems. I don't want to have somebody show up as a fly-by-night, take my money, and then leave more damage than I started with.
And there are a number of people who are out there, so you need to be very, very careful if someone comes and knocking on your door, telling you that you have roof damage and that they can help you get it taken care of quickly and inexpensively, and I'll work directly with your insurance company. Legitimate roofers and roofing companies do not go door to door soliciting business.
Nor do they have a need to.
Right.
Keep that in mind. And when somebody undercuts the rest of the market by, $100 or more, or $1,000 or more, your antenna should probably go up with that.
Automatically. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, and that's the thing to keep in mind. Deal locally and call the Better Business Bureau and ask about that local business that you're about to do some business with, and they will give you all of the answers. All right, so watch out about roofs. What about credit report protection?
We are always concerned with identity theft, and over the past, in 2017, for instance, there were 16 million people who were victims of identity theft.
Wow.
And when that happens, what generally we see happening as victims of identity theft, the thieves use your credit information to open accounts and access your personal information, your banking information, and things like that, and your credit report. You end up the victim when you can't apply for credit somewhere because someone has ruined your credit without your knowing. New protections begin next month, almost to the day, on September 21st. There's a new law that goes into effect where you will be able to freeze your credit reports free. The problem is that you could freeze your credit reports previously. However, you had to pay for the privilege of protecting yourself.
Oh, nice.
That is no longer the case. And in fact, when you froze your credit report, it would cost you somewhere between $5 and $10, and you had to do that with each one of the credit reporting agencies, the major credit reporting agencies, and so you could be dinged for about $30. And if you wanted to unfreeze that report, you had to do the same thing. Again, you were dinged for about $30. The new law removes that fee.
Outstanding. Well, I haven't bumped into anybody yet who doesn't have at least a little bit of worry in the back of their mind that they could be added to that long list of people who have their identity stolen.
When we consider that with today's technology, our personal information sits on 10, maybe 100 or so servers worldwide, and we know that hacks occur. It happened with Experian, one of the credit reporting agencies. They first reported 143 million people and then discovered that it was 145 million people who were victims of a hack. And with those hacks, we've all become more and more exposed. This is one way of making sure that if it is thieves who are doing it, hackers who are trying to get your information to use it for nefarious purposes, that you have frozen that report so they can't get access to it.
Outstanding, and it was well worth looking into. Get over to the BBB's website and find some further information on that one. And now, fee-free. Oh, nice.
Yes. Also, there's a concern too, or understanding the difference between the credit freeze and the credit alert. The freeze does just that. The alert, the credit bureau will alert you that someone is trying to open a credit card or purchase a car or access your credit report. That freeze was for 90 days. Now it will be for 1 year without your having to renew it.
Nice. Nice. So you get a little extra time, all without the fee attached to it.
Exactly.
Well, it's better than somebody shaking you down to protect yourself. It strikes me as a little bit odd here. Oh, yeah, we don't want bad things to happen to you. If you'll just give us some money. Well, shouldn't there be an easier way? But now apparently there is an easier way.
It's easier. You still have, being proactive, we still have to freeze your credit report, you still will have to contact each credit reporting agency individually. If you put a credit alert on your report, you don't have to do that. You simply contact one, and then they will pass information along to the other two.
All right, good solid advice right there. And the third thing, tech support scams are on the rise.
Got a report yesterday, Riley, from the Federal Trade Commission that tech support scams are again on the increase. Those are those scams where you're online and on your computer pops a virus warning that your computer has been infiltrated by a virus and that you need to contact tech support immediately. We all know, or we hope we all know, that those are scams. When that message pops up, or if you get a phone call, they also do it that way, that your computer, which always amazes me, is that people fall for it. They're not on their computer, and they get a phone call that your computer is infected, and they believe that. Well, that's not the case. 99% of the time, your computer is going to be fine. And one of the things that they do is call that number that pops up on the screen to contact tech support, or they believe to be tech support, and are told, yes, you do have a virus, and they give the scammers access to their computer remotely, which is the worst possible thing you can do.
Yeah, because they are not going to use that to fix your problem. What they're going to do is they're going to insert more problems that you may be unaware of that will give you even bigger problems down the road.
It will scan they can then be able to scan your computer and find out all the personal information, all your banking information, your credit card information, all those things that are stored in your computer, and then use that for their purposes.
And another one that I became aware of simply because the calls started to come to both the cell phone and home over and over and over again, and be on the lookout for this one, and that is someone calling you, telling you they're from Microsoft, and that your registration key on your Windows operating system has expired. And they need you to get in touch with them, get them some information so they can get you that code number for your operating system, and you'll be in the clear then. But what happens is when you get in touch with them, they put a whole bunch of stuff on your computer that does just what Dennis just mentioned.
That's right. The one thing that you don't do is allow anyone ever access to your computer. And if you have a concern that, in fact, your computer does have a problem or there is a virus on it, shut it down and take it to your IT support person, whoever that might be. If it's the Geek Squad or whoever it is, take it to them.
Yeah, because they're the ones that you can trust, not a disembodied voice on your phone telling you that, oh, yes, we've detected something wrong with your computer. And as you mentioned, especially when you're not on the computer and you get a call.
Exactly. And there are people who still believe they need to go to their computer and turn it on and then give them access to make sure that everything is okay. But we don't want to do that.
No, please don't, because that will give you more problems than you're going to want to deal with down the line.
And lose somewhere between $140 or so to $400 or more dollars.
Yeah, we had the incident where the thing popped up on the screen saying you've got a virus and this and that, and the OK button got clicked. Don't click the OK button either. Get out of that window if you can. But that got clicked. That turned our computer into a paperweight. The $200 later, it became a working computer again.
That's right. Do not click on it. If you simply turn off your computer, that will go away.
Yeah, and it may come back again another day, but just avoid it and don't fall into the $200. Will make it into not a paperweight anymore for you. That's really annoying money to spend.
And if you believe that there is a problem, one red flag that you will know it is a scam. They're going to ask you to pay using something like a gift card. No legitimate company is going to ask you to use a gift card or a cash reload card or a wire transfer to pay for that service.
No, that is a great indicator that things are really not on the up and up. You know, the company that works via gift card only seems to be a little bit unusual.
Yes, indeed.